Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I'll be continuing playing Seablock. So last time, you might remember, we ran out of power. Here, all three lines producing the ores ran out of power, and it took me by surprise, to be honest. But I was thinking about the reason why this happened, and I believe it's this key clarifiers. So the idea, like initial idea behind these clarifiers in this build, is that the build is supposed to use solid fuel here to produce power, and that gives like really a lot of power. And the hope is that it will be a significant chunk of power production in the factory, at least in the early stages, like we are currently on. And in order to produce this power, I need to make sure that the charcoal is continuously consumed, like, all the time. The thing is that the only consumption of charcoal happens here when we recharge charcoal filters. So the idea is that charcoal will cycle through this filters, slag will be produced, mineral sludge will be generated, like the final thing that ends up being covered into ores, but it will have a way, like this clarifier would consume it, so that the cycle, like up until mineral sludge, never stops and always run, like basically full throttle all the time. And I feel like that is the issue that led to our current situation. I think I want to separate these networks below, because the connection, like we have the connection up here, and what I want to do right now, actually want to cut this connection. What this should do, I think, it should allow this line to start up, and once it starts up, everything will be great, right? Because we'll have lots of power. We do have some power coming from here, but honestly, it's really not enough. I was thinking about improving the setup a little bit, because we should be getting charcoal pellets at some point. What are the pellets? Pellets. Charcoal pellets. Oh, we are missing technology for that. So what this thing does, it increases the value from 5 times 4 megajoules, meaning from 20 megajoules to 24. Just like that. Just one assembler can do it. And I think it's a pretty good idea. And let's get this technology as our next step, just to make our power situation a little bit more stable, because as you remember, we're actually taking towards this tech. This is like proper answer to the power issues. However, I think we should spend extra 500 science to get this one instead. To get this one a little bit sooner. Because this costs lots of science, right? It's like 300, 500, so it's like 23, and let's say 2400 science. That's a lot. Okay, we fixed our power here. I'd like to wait for the spot to backfill a little bit. Just a tiny bit. It will backfill. Maybe. Okay, it wasn't really fixed until this thing reached the end. But it will get fixed soon. Shouldn't really be a problem. So we are barely able to sustain this base. Honestly, that's good enough for me. That is good enough. I could also do something like this. Should I do it though? Should I force charcoal to be only on one side? There is no real point, right? Because it's just a buffer of charcoal, and I probably want to keep this buffer for as long as possible. I'm not actually sure. Okay, this thing at the very least seems to be, like, you know, trying to sustain itself. Let's start reviving the second line. This line. I'll start by keeping only the top part running for a while. At least until Slack. At least the belt gets filled with Slack. Okay, looks like it's working. Somehow. Oh, and we are producing charcoal. That's great. No, not producing. We are researching charcoal pellets. This is awesome. What are we missing for that? What are we missing? We are kinda missing tin and lead, which is understandable, to be honest. So I'd like to fully turn this on. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. I can also limit Slack consumption here. So it ensures that the above part, for the most part, stays blocked, meaning that electrolyzers are not producing lots of, not consuming lots of energy. And note that the minimum consumption is just 10 kilowatts, and when they're doing stuff, it's like 310 megawatts. Oh, sorry, kilowatts. So they're really power hungry when they're working. But if they're not working, if they're not doing anything, you know, they're fine. Let's see. Our power looks good, with 2 of these lines running and lots of electrolyzers being blocked. I want to connect the third one, because we need it to get lead and tin to this side. Meanwhile, there seems to be a problem, right, that we run out of tin. Meanwhile, I'll do this thing. Yeah, I don't know whether that was a good idea or not, but it ensures that our research is going. Actually, let me rotate. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it like this for now. And let's get back to this part. I also need to turn this part. Okay, I feel like this should work beautifully. Yeah, I spent so much time, well, not a lot of time, but we spent some time optimizing the usage of sulfuric acid to make sure that we can use all of it. Well, not use all of it, but that all of it okay, not all of it, enough of it reaches this chemical plant that produces slag slurry from crushed stone and not from slag. And it turns out we cannot actually use it like this because we are short on power. Let's increase our power production setup here. So what we can do, yeah, let's do it like this. Let's delete this part, let's delete this part. And I want to use loaders. And what we want to produce charcoal pellet. Awesome, yep. Like this. We are missing this thing. Why are we missing it? This stuff is being delivered. Iron plates are not being delivered, so we need to pick them up from there. They will be delivered, and everything will be great. Alright, let's continue. I said that we want to move towards solid fuel, so let's research stuff on the way to solid fuel. Gas processing, oil processing. Okay, we'll get them. I cancelled this part because I wanted all of that to be like fully finished, like fully constructed. Okay, this looks pretty good so far. The question I have, why is it yellow? Because we don't have enough power. We're using too much power. And I mean, it's barely enough power. It's almost enough. Yeah, nice. It started to backfill here, it started to backfill. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, maybe it's better to place a chest somewhere here with charcoal pellets to have some buffer, so that if our power fluctuates, we still are able to produce at least what's this, 16 megawatts. And it doesn't go down to like 2 or 3 megawatts. That's I think that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I will do that. So we are going to change this part. We'll have a chest here. This one will be moved one tile to the left. We do not have a power pole here, unfortunately. Let's place power pole somewhere. That's a good place for it. Okay, I guess this one, good enough. Okay, this should do the trick, and I probably want it to be limited to, I don't know, a reasonable limit. Are we short on? We are indeed short on inserters. And I really don't like when I run out of inserters in Brave New World. It makes things unnecessarily complicated. So I'll build a bit more inserters than needed. Awesome! We shouldn't have any power issues from now on. Well... we're almost at full capacity. But the situation should be much better now. Significantly better. Okay. This part is done. We are out of iron again. Let's collect iron. Actually, we might as well collect the steel. How much steel do we have? We have 200 steel. Should we collect this steel? It depends on how much extra iron we have. And I can't really say that... Why is this not symmetric? Oh, I see. Because this part just takes it from one side. It's okay. It is okay. I'm gonna change this a little bit. This inserter will be placing stuff on the nearest one, and this one also on this one. I'll do it like this. And I will not be doing it here because I do not want one material to block the other one. So these ones are like clearly separated. These ones not really, and we need to keep this in mind for when I'll introduce Javalit and Cretinium one. So this will be Javalit line, and this will be Cretinium one. I'll need to fix the inserters back so that they don't block each other. Or maybe I will, you know, maybe it's probably not a problem because maybe by then I will like completely remove certain facilities from here and we'll have certain somewhere else in dedicated space. Because the thing with this design, we are kind of cutting off this belt right here, or let's say this one, with crushed Pabmonium and crushed Rubite. And that is not great, because... Why it's not great? Because Rubite and Pabmonium give us aluminium and silicon at like next tier processing, right? Rubite will give us aluminium and silicon in addition to lead and nickel. And Pabmonium will give silver and zinc. I'm actually not sure whether it will give just one or... Okay, let's say Pabmonium chunks. What do they give us? Yes, they give us both. They give us zinc and silver. And crushed Pabmonium gives only tin, silicon and slag. So we get like both of these ores from it. And we need zinc for military science, and we need silver for red circuits. Here we also get aluminium, and we do have silicon already. Okay, so if we get chunk processing for this too, we'll get zinc, silver, which is nice, aluminium, and aluminium. And let's double check what we actually need. We need aluminium. We need okay, plastic, right? Silver. So we need only aluminium, silver, and silicon. Right. Let's get back to our solid fuel. Is it just me, or I have a feeling as if research is progressing faster now. I guess it's because, at least I suspect it's because we fixed this issues with ore production and with power supply in a way. Okay, what can we do here? What is the problem here? We don't have enough copper. Kinda short on copper. But at the same time, we cannot really do anything about copper here, can we? I mean, in theory, we could do something like this. And we could allow a little bit more production of copper and a little bit higher power usage from copper. Let's hope that these chests are gonna be enough of a buffer. Yeah, research is progressing really nicely. While research is happening, I was thinking about one other thing. Where should I place it? Maybe I should place it here. Orange. Should I place it here? So what I was thinking is, wouldn't it be nice to build bricks, like proper bricks, whatever the name is, clay bricks, I guess, these ones. I think it would be really nice to have them, because these bricks are needed for some things. For example, they are needed, how to show it better, I think nice, the best. So they are needed for like tier 2 chemical furnace, which I feel like we'll need for zinc. I'm not fully sure, but I think I remember. Yeah, I think chemical furnace is needed. Chemical furnace is needed for zinc. Blast furnace 2, pretty good thing. Casting machines, whatever. Induction farm, whatever. Air filter, I guess, whatever. Electrolyzer 2. This one is useful. Cooling tower. I mean, we are not planning on using it. Ore crusher might be nice, but we don't really have problems with it. Flotation cell. Right. So, flotation cell is the thing that allows us to get robite and badmonium chunks that I was just talking about a little bit earlier. So, we definitely need this thing. Clay bricks. But it looks like clay bricks is not going to be enough. We also need bronze plates and bronze pipes. What do we need for bronze? We need copper and tin. We need copper and tin. And we do have copper and tin. But I didn't leave any space in between. Let's check. Didn't leave any space. I mean, we could duplicate the setup over here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. It's just a little bit of belts. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. Right, first, let's get the brick production. I really like to build that thing using warehouse, and we don't have warehouse yet. That's fine. We will craft one right now. So the question is, where exactly should I place that? We have 1, 2. Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure where exactly I should build it. guess I could try and build it somewhere here. Yeah, I'll do it there. We don't have enough iron again. I feel we can remove this one. I don't feel like we need this bypass for iron now that our situation is much better with the iron. Alright, let's stop collecting that. So, here, let's try to figure out the build. So, the idea is that in order to get clay bricks, we need to get regular unburned bricks. And for that we need lime, clay and sand. Lime is built from limestone, so we need we need limestone, clay and sand. And we get all of this here. So we get clay, limestone and sand. We are getting them from thin, light and concentrated mud water. So it's concentrated, light, thin. Okay, that means that we need lots of ocean plants, right? Let's say 1, 2, 3, like this. We need multiple ocean plants. Let's stop producing them. I think I produced them. Actually, 4 it's not really that many. I will also need seafloor pump somewhere here, I'm assuming. Let's start jumping with double parts. Yeah, it's a bit a tiny bit inconvenient to play with just 5 rubber parts. I feel like that maybe is a bit too low for like a comfortable Seablock start. And let's build a couple of washing machines. I'm not sure how many we end up needing, but so the first one will be heavy mud water, the second one will be concentrated, third one will be light and thin. So we have this. Oh. But they are producing I feel like I'm a bit confused by all of this. We need more pipes. So what got me confused is they will produce mud, and do I want to use that mud for landfill, or do I want to convert it back into the thing, into the whatever is given by the seafloor pump? Initially I thought that I will just convert it, because I usually convert it back into like this water. But now that I think about it, it's a pretty good source of landfill, and I stopped production of landfill over here. So why don't we... And it's not like this thing will be running non-stop all the time. So why don't I... Okay, I'll make it better. Just like this. So basically what I'm saying is that I'm thinking about What is the recipe here? Oh, it's concentrated mud water. It's concentrated. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nice. I think I'll just produce a bunch of landfill from here. I feel like that's good, like the right way of doing this. Let's place it like this. Okay, we are producing. I mean, I could just do something like this, I guess. I'm sure is it a good idea? I'm too lazy to build stuff. So this will have to do. This will do. How do I produce landfill? I know that there is a way to. Okay. So I built a landfill, and I will be placing everything in a chest that is reachable from this rubber port. Means that this is the cutoff line. Okay, nice. So I can actually have a couple of chests, to be honest. It doesn't have to be like, you know, exactly one chest. Okay. This is good enough for me. It's gonna maybe like this. Okay, great. Now, what's next? We need what's the name? Flat stack here. And I think I need 3 more things over here. Let's double check. This can produce clay, but it needs water. Right, that's the problem. It requires water. This one can produce this thing. It also requires water. And this one. Thin mud water. Thin mud water. Nice. This kinda looks strange because I think I'll have to move it down by 1 tile like this. And I might also just move it a little bit to the right because why not? Right, we can move it like this. Not. I don't know. I feel like I'm making some random changes. I'll just move this one a little bit closer. So the issue is that we need to move this inserter side a bit, and we need to let them take that stuff. So just connect it with direct line. Okay, nice. Does it look nice? Great. So I have these 3 things running. Now, what I need to adjust it a little bit. I need to take the warehouse and place it here. Oh, I remember how I was usually doing that. I was doing that with circuits. Do we have circuits? 1000. Should we first fix our power issues and then research it? I kind of feel that we are so close to having solid fuel that it's better to finish it before proceeding with circuits. Still, the point is that it could be done like this. You know, there's not much purpose in chilling, having these things separate from each other. What is the issue? What is the problem? We don't have tin. Why is that the case? Because our silicon supplies are full. That is okay. I mean, we could do something even better. Why don't we place a warehouse here? Except I'm not quite sure about its placement. Oh, and we don't have a rubber port. Let's take this rubber port and plop it somewhere here. So I'm not sure about the placement of all that stuff, but I'm not gonna think about it too much. No, if I place it here, I will still be able to rotate all of these inserters. I will be able to just place all of it inside the warehouse. And that's basically it. That should be enough. So the problem is, yeah, like it got polluted a bit, this belt. It's okay, not a big deal. These ones are full, both of them, so they kind of stopped doing anything, I guess. Yeah, this one will be accumulating until, like, while our copper setup, copper needs are higher than iron needs. Right, so that's like half of the setup. What else do we need? We need... I mean, I want to have conditions on the inserters, and in order to have conditions, I need to have green and red wires. I could build them if we had this research done. Okay, but let's say I have it here. Then we will need to create, like, to make lime, right? And how do we make lime? Lime. We make it in blast furnace. So we'll need blast furnace and some fuel for it. So I would place blast furnace here, and I would fuel it from this one, because why not? I could even give it... I mean, it doesn't matter. Given priority here in either direction, it's kind of irrelevant in a way. It doesn't matter what we do. It will work either way. And carbon dioxide is a product. So I can actually fly it and nothing bad should happen. I'm gonna fly it. Lime, sand, limestone. Interesting. So I can actually feed this thing directly from this one. Let's try and do that. I could feed this one directly. Nice. In which case, maybe I don't need this one. Maybe I could just place an inserter here. And we could fit this one the same way. Actually, I'm confused. Like this. I've never tried this build. I usually do it with warehouse here, but it should work just fine, right? We get an unburnt clay brick here. Right. Maybe we can also kind of mount it at the top. I don't know why we would do it, but why not? We can also move this thing a little bit up, just to make it a bit more compact. Okay, so we got unburnt clay brick. And now how do we get burnt? Like a proper one. We search for brick. And looks like we just need to smelt it. Is it really that easy? Honestly, that doesn't seem too bad. This will need to go like this. Okay. So looks like we don't really need this research circuit network. We should be able to reduce it without. Okay. And the output chest, let's say this will be our output. Is it still inside the range? In range? Yes, it's in range. And let's say we will build a couple of stacks. Awesome! We got our first clay bricks produced. In this part. I am not sure whether it's working correctly. Oh, it has a 50% chance, so it's not a deterministic one. Okay, that's fine. This chest will last us a while. So we almost filled this 2 stacks of bricks. Great! And how's our power looking? The chests are full. Meaning that we are not even close to being out of power. Yeah, and we have 85 megawatts. Well, this is misleading, right? Because if our consumption is actually that high, we'll be burning through charcoal faster than we can produce it. So our supplies will go down and it will not be fun. Yeah, tin is pretty slow. Why tin is so slow? I just want to check. I guess that's our capacity. But yeah, not quite, because this thing still has a huge, like this tool. So, these 3 have huge stockpile of tin that we cannot offload fast enough. I think we just need to upgrade this sorting facility to tier 2. Let's take a look. Tier 2 sorting. It will have a speed of 0.75, and our current one has a speed of 0.5. So that's like 50% faster, meaning 50% more stuff. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I think that's what we should be doing after we finish our quest to get solid fuel, that is. But for now, I would actually take a break. I think we made 2 super important things today. We fixed the power issue and added pellets to our power setup, kind of the same thing in a way. And we also set up production of clay bricks, which we'll need. Oh no. Is there like not enough space? Come on. And I was so happy with everything. And we ran out of storage, as you can see. So I had this reconstruction planner that was supposed to pick up everything that's lying on the ground. We have some bricks. So we were fortunate that only the bricks fell off. Okay, that's good to know that we do not have a lot of space in the storage. We'll need to clean it up at some point. Okay, and with that, let's finish this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!